Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 82 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Gage. I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
Man, doing great. It was a good week. How are you?
I'm doing well too. It's been a great week. We have a couple exciting announcements tonight. Many of you are probably familiar with some of them, but it should still be exciting. For anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard, and we do these streams every single week, Sunday at this time, 6 p.m. Pacific, to make sure we're answering your questions and, of course, staying in tune with you guys by going through the same process you do every single week. And we always make sure we mention our three pillars, which are ease of use, stability, and professional streams. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. Thank you guys for all the comments. I see there's lots of people tuning in tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us, James. More feature announcements. There's one new one and one that one of you have probably already heard of. So we'll get to that one pretty quick. But just some quick things that we always let everyone know. We have the StreamYard Spotlight Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, which is a show about you guys. So Dana and Kelsey interview StreamYard users every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, to show how they're using the tool and how they're finding success. So if you'd like to be featured on that show, be sure to reach out to Dana. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, we have Ross Brand doing StreamYard Connect every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is a great way to stay up to date on the latest things going on in the live streaming world and to learn a thing or two about how to improve your live streams. So let's go ahead and get to the first announcement. So some of you probably already know, because if you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn, you will see us in 1080 right now. So hopefully it looks good. This obviously, we're very happy about this feature because I know it's for those of you who are regular viewers, it comes up every single week. So we're excited that has now been granted. I'll be curious, maybe we'll still have weeks where people who haven't heard yet are asking for it, and we'll be able to say, hey, it's there, you can change it now. So for anyone who doesn't know where to find it, it's once you're in the studio, you'll have to click the settings button, and it's actually in the general section is where you'll set the stream to 1080. It's a professional feature, so it's I know there's some people were hoping it would be on all the plans, but it is very expensive. So because we're a cloud-based tool that sort of offloads the processing to our own systems, it's fairly expensive and a lot of bandwidth to process that much information. So it is on the professional plan, but we do, that's the other part of this announcement, have some significant improvements coming to the basic /720 version of the product tonight, actually, to the tool tonight. So it'll be a much higher bit rate and look much more clear. So I think you'll be surprised by how good the improvements actually look. And who knows, maybe those of you on the basic won't even be interested in 1080 because of how good 720 will look.
Yeah, that's exciting. And for anyone who's, I guess, because I'm sure there's some people watching like, what is he talking about? He's just throwing in a bunch of numbers. Like I think most people would know what 1080 is, especially a lot of you guys are very tech savvy watching this. But for anyone who doesn't, that's just like the quality of the stream, right? So 1080 it's called full high definition. 720 is also high definition, but it's just like normal high definition. That's what we've always supported. And now we have 1080, which is just higher definition. And then we've got Xander watching it, which is, I believe that's standard definition, but hey, it works, right? I mean,
that's one thing people sort of get hung up on sometimes is they think it's you want the stream to look as good as it can, but so many people watch streams on mobile devices, right? And then, so a huge percent of your audience is watching your stream on a fairly small screen. So it's we're very happy to release it and happy to support the people that want that feature, but I don't think it's the end all of I don't think it's absolutely necessary.
And there's also kind of the brand thing, right? So for some people, you really like, it's part of your brand, you want to look very good, and that's what 1080p is going to be good for. But there is also, for a lot of people, like it's just not necessary. Like your brand doesn't need to look extremely high quality. Like it's unnecessary for some people. But yeah,
there's a difference between a TV studio and you talking to your audience.
Yeah,
like the town hall, for example, is probably the whole our brand is not necessary. Like we're using 1080 to demonstrate it, but
yeah,
I don't know that we'll use it when we have the quality improvements.
Yeah, honestly, we probably will go to the 720 with the higher quality. We'll see. We'll play with it.
Andrea says, did you know a presidential campaign is using StreamYard? I did not know that, but that's exciting to hear. There have been some very exciting organizations that I have heard about using it, and just seeing people, and then just seeing it on social and stuff. So it's always fun to see those things.
Cool.
Hey Todd, thanks for hanging out with us. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, we also, any questions you guys have for us, just feel free to drop them in. That's the majority of the reason why we do these, is to just answer your guys' questions, chat with you. Gizzard Gary saw 1080 on Friday night. Very cool. We still haven't sent out the email, so a lot of people don't know yet.
Yeah, and it is still fairly early as well. So, like, it's full 1080. It looks great. There's definitely like even more optimizations we're gonna make to it, and also, like Gage said, 720 is getting better. Like, we're just improving the quality in general. So, like, even more things coming.
Yeah, that's a good point. We're going to continue to tweak and improve already 720 and, of course, 1080 as well. Michael says, what's up, StreamYard? We're using this for almost 4 months. Thanks from the Philippines. Thanks, Michael. Great to see you here.
Sweet.
Looks like Alex is excited. Right on. Rodland says, my camera to StreamYard is blocked. So, Rodland, you'll want to go into your browser settings and make sure StreamYard has access. If you have any trouble, we do have a live support team who are fantastic. So just go to StreamYard.com/contact, and there's a live chat at the bottom there. Thanks, Aiko. That's very kind of you. Hobbies Woodshop says, howdy, folks. Longtime user, recent paid user, and first time watching your stream. Thanks for a wonderful product. Well, it's great to meet you, Javi. Thanks for tuning in.
Cool. Woodshop.
Oh, cool. Tech Teacher is going to be on, I'm guessing, StreamYard Spotlight. So that's cool. Tech Teacher. Be sure to watch Tech Teacher this week.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, thanks, E. So that was the other. I'll get to that one really quick. That was the next announcement. Is we added a countdown timer for you guys, which is, I've been seeing it all over the place. So it's clearly popular. I'll demo it really quickly. But as an example, we have a countdown timer in the video clip section, which all users can use, right, Dan?
Yep.
Yeah, so even if you're a free user, you can use the countdown timer, which is cool for just understanding how video clips work. So I won't make you guys watch the whole thing, but I'll play like the first few seconds of it. So here we go. So that should give you some sense of how it looks. We had a few people on various freelancer sites help us make that. So thank you to them.
Yeah, I really like the audio.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the audio. It's cool.
Gotcha.
And then one thing I wanted to quickly mention, just because a lot of people probably missed it, is basic users can also now go live to 3 destinations. So it used to only be 2 destinations, but we bumped that up to 3. So you can now go to 3 places. And then professional users also had their destination count bumped up as well. So professional users can go live to 8. And another one, which was mentioned last week, but I'm always surprised how many people don't actually end up hearing about stuff. So it's good. It's good to hit them again. So recordings are now stored for a longer period of time, 15 days. We're also working on reminding people in better ways that they will be deleted, because occasionally people still do miss them, and that's not a fun situation.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Definitely had it myself. So I feel it.
It reminds me of school days when a report, actually it's not a great analogy, but like when you forget to save your report or something like that.
Oh, I don't think it's that bad, but
yeah, that's pretty bad. At least I guess with the recordings, you can usually download it off the destination platform.
Yeah, hopefully. Most you can.
Yeah. Danita says, why can't I comment back on groups from StreamYard? So we'd offer that if we could, Danita. For whatever reason, it's just Facebook doesn't allow apps to use that function of groups. If that ever changes, we will add it.
So, and one thing as well is on StreamYard, you stream to a group from your profile. We might change that at some point where you can also stream from a page. We don't get asked about it very much, but we've considered doing it where you can stream from a page, and then I do think it would work. So at some point, it is something we might add.
Oh, if you're streaming as a page, you'd be able to comment back as the...
So you still have like the major issue of like, for people to comment, or if people comment, for you to be able to see their image and their name, they still have to go through that process to like give Facebook access, which is really unfortunate. But in terms of like you just being able to type out a comment on StreamYard to your audience, if you were connected with a page, we could do that. It's just we don't allow that yet, but we might at some point.
Hector says, as a producer, I'd like to have the option to send sound but not be shown in the screen. that's been coming up more and more, especially as more people are remotely producing. So we appreciate the feedback, Hector, and we'll see what we can do there. Todd says, Gage and Dan, I would like to see under brand, the brand color, theme, and logo move to the bottom. We use the overlay video and background more, so I'd like them at the top, please. Good to know. Thanks, Todd. We at some point we likely will do a design overhaul on the studio. It's something we've wanted to do for a while, but things just continue coming up. So at some point we'll likely put more thought into the sort of arrangement and layout of things.
Cool. But yeah, always good to hear your feedback.
Armando says, if it's possible to put improvements and be able to change the place of cameras and rotation. So rotation is a new one. That's interesting. But Dave it always has the weekly comment about moving the locations, which is it will come. It is in the pipeline. It will be added. Rotation is interesting. So Armando, I'm curious. Do you mean like literally? So like maybe I'd be on a 45-degree angle and Dan would be on a 45-degree angle. Let me know just to make sure I'm not misunderstanding.
Yeah, or is it like something mobile related, like rotating guest devices or like locking into landscape or something? Let us know.
Andrew says countdown timer is cool. Just wish we could set the color and duration. Good to know. Yes, that'd be nice if you could make it on brand. Beauty Bubble's also a fan of the music, moody and dramatic.
Moody. That's good.
Tanya says, oh, nice. I didn't see that in my account. Does it automatically show up? Yes, Tanya, if you just scroll, assuming you're talking about the countdown video, if you just scroll down, you'll see it in the video section. It's just the first one there. Emma's hoping for other looks of countdown timers. Noted. Thanks for the feedback. E says, I love this platform. It has blessed our ministry. That's great to hear. Is it possible to multicam? So not directly, so that there are quite a few users. What they'll do is they'll basically come into the stream as a guest themselves as a way to do the multicam functionality. But there isn't right now a way to have different USB cameras on the same device, but that is a popular request that we're considering adding. Denise says, when do you think you can add a StreamYard schedule for LinkedIn? I don't have a date or anything on that, but I do believe it's something that will come. David says, Gage, can we get a face, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube logo icon on the follow on social media links box? You understand that one, Dan?
Follow on social media links box.
If you could maybe clarify, David, I'm not sure. Where's the social media links box that you're referring to?
So I'm thinking it's like after your broadcast, there's a links drop down.
Ah, I see.
It's just there is a logo there. Maybe it's like the logo for your brand, so you can identify them easier. So because maybe you can't tell which one is which right now. We're trying to figure this out on the fly. Let us know.
Absolutely. Tristan says, loving the inbuilt timer, but for anyone after more bespoke branded graphics / countdown timers, please feel free to reach out. Absolutely. Tristan is a talented countdown timer creator. So yeah, be sure to reach out to him if you need custom ones made. I know Eddie Garrison also does some work on that, and lots of people in the community do. There's lots of great people working on that stuff.
Yeah.
Joe says, when using the scroll at the bottom of the screen, if 3 people are on screen, their names disappear when pulling up audience questions and comments. I have it checked off in the settings to have the names jump. Is there something I can do to prevent this? So maybe what you're referring to, Joe, is that we automatically hide the names when a comment is shown. So right now, we don't, just as a design decision, but that's useful feedback. If that continues to be a request, maybe we can add an option for it. But right now, there's not a workaround for that.
Cool. Yeah, good to know.
Thanks, Danita. That's kind of you. Roberto's wondering if you can have more than 100 files to upload. So that's quite a few. I'm curious, Roberto, are you familiar with the brands feature? So you can make multiple brands in the StreamYard studio and switch between them. And I believe each brand, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, each brand allows you to upload 100. So that would be one way of getting around that limit.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely, I don't remember if it's exactly 100, but it's definitely spread out. So if you're like full on one brand, you can have more. I'd also be curious why so many files.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see your show, what kind of stuff you're doing with that many files. It's interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a use case for it. I'm just interested. Like, is it something you can screen share, or is it like, no, it's got to be, they're all overlays or something like that?
Felicia says, can you please add video option for background? So right now you can use GIFs, Felicia, but we don't have a video option at the moment, but GIFs are an option. Hopefully in the future we can add videos. I know another one, it's actually right here, is it coming up is Chroma, the alpha of video request comes up a lot as well. The only reason we don't support it now is not all devices actually support that. So you might have a guest who's not seeing the video the same way you are, but browsers are always changing and updating. So if that changes, we'll be sure to add it, because it would be fun to have transparent videos the same way we have transparent overlays. Eric says, will cuts ever be offered as a transition option? So we'd certainly like to give people more flexibility as far as the branding of their stream and animations and things like that. So I won't say no, but maybe in the future it's useful to know that that's something you'd like to see. I'd be curious to see some examples of like the types of cuts you'd like us to offer. That'd be useful. Clarissa says, to which LinkedIn god do I have to pray to get accepted? So yeah, for anyone wondering what that means, LinkedIn is application only. So you have to actually apply to get access to LinkedIn Live. Unfortunately, I don't know, Clarissa. I do know that if you regularly are active on LinkedIn and making good content and keep applying, so maybe every couple months or so, hopefully the people reviewing the applications aren't mad at me for saying that, but I would definitely keep applying after you've shown that you've made more content on LinkedIn and are being active on LinkedIn. I don't have a great answer. We love LinkedIn, so hopefully more and more people get access, but it does take a bit of time. Michael's wondering if we can add the countdown timer to the logo section. So that's an interesting request. I'd be curious, do you just want a countdown timer as your logo, Michael? You could use a GIF. Yeah, you could use a GIF as the logo to do a bit of a countdown.
Yeah. Yeah, or you could just have an overlay that was in like the same spot as the logo.
Dave says, can we get a way to rearrange the things that come with StreamYard, like move the new countdown timer to the bottom of the list? I won't be using it and want it pushed down. So yeah, Dave, we will make the option to move things around. We'll probably also make the option to just like remove it in general. It might sound strange, but the way we have things set up right now, it's not a trivial thing to add, but we'll likely both give you the option to move things around and then also remove it if you don't want it, in the way. Javi says, I would like to see an option to go full screen, hide chat and bottom sections at the click of a mouse or key. Older panel members need a bigger view. Yes, so that's a request that's come up for a while. That at some point we will add. It keeps getting pushed aside, but at some point we will give you the option to see the whole, for one of your participants to see the whole stream full screen. Jerome says, what about multiple uploads and pausing video overlays? So Jerome, we likely won't, I'll just say, at least for the pausing video overlays aspect, we're not going to add the option to pause video overlays, but we are going to add another way to share videos that will allow you to basically scrub through the video and pause and play. So that should work for you. It's not out yet, but it is on the way. I'm not sure about the, I know. So for multiple uploads, I guess you mean like selecting different files on your computer and uploading them in a batch. That's it. Good to know. We don't have an option for it now, but it's good to know. HTB says, can Discord be a destination? No, not at the moment. As far as I know, Discord does have some streaming stuff, but we'll look into it.
I'd have to look. To look. It might have stuff.
If they have the ability to take it in RTMP stream, HTV, then you would be able to stream to it as a destination. I've never attempted it. Denise says, thank you for separating the video overlays from the images. Very helpful. Of course, glad you're a fan. Suplex says, I can use the countdown video during my game shows. Great. Happy that you can do that.
Sweet.
Justina says, does StreamYard allow you to set up a mixer as the audio source? So it's very common. Lots of our users use things like Rodecaster Pro or other audio interfaces as their audio source, which is great if you, like for the Rodecaster Pro, for example, if you want to take in phone calls or play random audio, sound effects. It's great for that, or sharing music. So yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Anything that Chrome can pick up as an audio source will work. Another really cool device that I've seen people using is the I might butcher the name here. It's from Blackmagic. I think it's the ATEM Studio Mini, which is really cool for if you want to bring in multiple cameras. It works really well. I've seen Ross using it, a few other people using them, where it's basically like the same idea as an audio mixer, but it's a video mixer. So you can have one of those and hook in, your fancy DSLRs, capturing different angles, and you can just switch between the different scenes, and it just picks that up in StreamYard as your camera. So it's pretty cool. I've seen Jim Harold use it as well, he does a live podcast, and he'll switch different camera angles in StreamYard just using that ATEM Mini. I don't think it's cheap, but it's a pretty cool device. So maybe check it out. I'm not endorsed or anything. I've just seen it and it looks pretty cool.
Sweet. I never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's pretty new. I think it's like a few months. Wesley says, love how you guys watch audience is even growing as you are helping us. Cool. Hopefully, that's great to hear. Orlando says, will you ever allow two people with LinkedIn Live access that use StreamYard to go live at the same time if one is interviewing the other? I don't know, but that's a very interesting comment, Orlando, and it's stuff like that. We're always interested in how we can, help you guys share your streams in more unique ways. So maybe we can discuss it with LinkedIn to see if they have anything planned there, but it makes a whole lot of sense to me. Like, it'd be very cool if, whenever you're inviting a guest, that you could also go to their LinkedIn as well. So thanks for the comment there. We'll look into it. Ron says, can you please have the ability to invite someone to the studio and make them a moderator? Yeah, we often call that, there's a few different names that people use for that functionality. So one option, Ron, is if you trust the person that's going to be the moderator, you can just share the account with them. Obviously, you want to be careful who you do that with, but that will give them all the abilities you have. We do plan on adding a more formal system for sort of managing, we call it the co-hosting or something like that. We've actually, a couple weeks ago, we spoke with a bunch of users about how they're currently doing co-hosting and what their use cases and what their pain points are, to get an understanding of how we should actually design a feature like that, which was very helpful. So hopefully soon we can offer something for you. Marissa's actually talking to people as well, so maybe reach out to her and see if maybe have a chat with her. It'd be useful to get an understanding of how you'd actually use it.
And who is Marissa, for reference?
Marissa is helping us with the StreamYard producer program and helping us decide how to design the co-hosting feature.
Cool. And you can probably find her in the group, I would think.
Yeah, Marissa Callie. Jim said, oh yeah, I was just talking about you, Jim. Jim says, thanks for the 1080p upgrade. Yeah, Jim uses the ATEM Mini for his stream, I think. Hopefully I'm right. Paul says, what about scaling, I guess, to the big window? So you can actually already do that, Paul. So for example, you can full screen Dan here, and he's now the large window. If you're in the studio and you look down, you'll see these little solo layout buttons that you can use to do that.
But if you're talking about the, what do we call it?
Oh, this layout, like switching down to my position.
Still not yet, but we would like to have it.
Absolutely. Daniel says, love StreamYard, both my video producer, Jose, and I. Great to hear. Thanks, Daniel. Lots of questions tonight. Don't think we'll be able to get to all of them. Let me just quickly make sure I'm not missing any of our subjects. So, one thing we want to quickly touch on is there's also been improvements to the video overlays and screen sharing. So video overlays should just look better in general, and screen sharing videos should also be a bit smoother and look better in general. So hopefully that's a welcome addition for you guys. Also, just wanted to quickly mention, just because it's been a while and maybe people have never heard of it or forgot, is that you can actually go live from your mobile devices now. So you can host a stream from an iPhone, an iPad, Android device, and use all the StreamYard features. So you can have your guests in, multi-stream, do all that fun stuff. We're working on, I know sometimes musicians want to have interfaces going to the phones, and there's limited support for that right now, but it's something we're trying to improve. And then, also we are, it's been a while since we mentioned it, but we're still hiring multiple engineers. We're looking for both front-end engineers and now actually back-end engineers as well, in addition to customer support folks. So if you're a talented candidate that would like to join the StreamYard team, we'd love to chat with you. Just shoot an email to contact@streamyard.com. It'd be great to hear from you. We have an exciting roadmap planned. Dan and I were just laying out our plans for the next year or so as far as what we wanted to launch at certain times. So it'll be a good time joining us. So if you're interested, definitely reach out. Tristan says, any update on UK support? So that's part of the customer support position, Tristan. So yes, hopefully we'll add some folks in the UK or near the UK.
Yeah. So no updates yet, but we are working on that.
Sounds like it's someone's birthday. Shadow the Hedgehog. It was my B-day today, and I did a 3-hour birthday stream. Well, happy birthday. Hopefully it was a fun stream. Birdie says that was great. Thank you. I must have missed something. Shadow's also a fan of the music. I'll have to tell the gentleman that made that track for us that people are a fan. I'll tell him that Shadow the Hedgehog thinks it's straight fire. I'm sure they'll be very pleased.
Yeah, I like that. No, I was a huge fan of it too. Like, I know for some people it's probably not on brand. What was it? Moody that
Moody and dramatic, yeah.
And dramatic. So it's not on brand for everyone, but I like it. It's also, that's a good description. Moody and dramatic. No, I like it. It's very good. Like it builds up kind of the excitement for the stream, I think.
Yeah, it makes you ready to like, oh, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Thinkering Space says, will there be an option down the line where local non-live recordings be pushed at a later date? So yeah, that's actually been something we've chatted about recently, just because for whatever reason there's been more interest in the community group around it. And by the way, anyone watching who's interested in joining that group that aren't in it, just go to Facebook and type in StreamYard community. We have a big Facebook group there, which is a great resource where I'm very active in it. So I'm constantly looking for what people are chatting about there and questions they have. And also, it's a great place to share your wins and what you're working on. So be sure to join that if you're not in it. But to get back to the point, I've seen that come up a lot in the group lately. So we were actually thinking about that. I'd be curious, Thinkering Space. We had a question we were asking about that we wanted to ask about that, didn't we, Dan? Do you remember what it was?
I don't remember. We'll have to come back.
I remember part of what it was. So would it always be? I assume Thinkering Space, you'd use the multi-streaming feature as well when you were doing that. Would it be the type of thing where you would just go to all of them live at the same time, or would it be like, okay, I want to go live to this one at this time, and then this one at this time, and this one at this time? I assume it's just live at all of them live at the same time, but let us know. We're just about out of time. Let's see if we can get one last question here. Sequester Access says, we love and appreciate you. That's very kind. Sequester has an awesome show. I've only caught bits and pieces of it, but they have like tons of different, it's like a live, I'm not going to capture the essence of it correctly, but it's like a live game show where they have all these different rooms going live at the same time. It's very impressive. So be sure to check it out if you want to see someone using StreamYard in a unique way. I think they're usually live on the place where I see them live all the time is Twitch and the talk shows and podcast section.
Cool.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We hope that the 1080 is a welcome change. We're super excited to release it. And remember, 720p improvements, big ones are coming tonight as well. This was episode number 82 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall, and we'll see you next week.
Sweet. Have a good one, everyone.